California, and then I went to Korea, and I got the rest of them there.
That one medal is very interesting. It took about 50 years before it was issued
Yeah.
to veterans.
Yeah, on here somewhere it tells on these pages that it was 50 years before they give anything. And this is the little kids that we fed as much as we could. We give our own rations to them so they didn't go hungry. This one here, this little boy, but this one is a man, he's got a pipe in his hand, but he's drawing water. And this was the only one I got this boy, Chirpun Young, and he was one of the sweetest boys there were. He was killed right before I left Korea. This is our bombers going over.
Just spell his last name, G-R-E or G-R-A? What's his whole legal name? What's his
Yeah, I'm an old Portsmouth boy.
There's a lot of things.
That's where I come from.
Paul was telling me that this dam was built between North and South Korea.
Yeah.
It's not the Yalu River, but
No, it's just damn to keep them where they just belong.
Jim?
yes, ma'am.
And this is just the boys that
Yes, it's
would
there.
hang around, and then when we got a little bit of food, they'd run to us and take it. Yeah, we had more than we needed anyway. Yeah, this is just the kids. You can see they're hungry and waiting.
Now, don't look at me.
No.
Did
Did I what?
This
got
is
that?
Paul as a recruit.
Yeah, that's when I
And this is
went
Paul
in.
after he has been in for a while. This is no longer the young boy, okay?
No, I was 19 when I went in.
you show that picture of the airplane crash?
And it should be here somewhere.
I don't dare get any further.
I don't think it's
Oh,
in.
no.
Oh, it's okay?
Sure.
You know more about where it's at than I do. Got to be there.
Here we go.
Excuse
Here's the
me.
plane.
There
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
together, yeah.
Captain was in the front, and he was in the,
I was the gunner and the captain that day. He told me, he said, Sergeant, he said, what I want you to do is about 10 miles from here is jump off. I said, okay, and when I jumped off, when I walked to where I was going, he had, or didn't tell me what was wrong, but he run out of fuel and the engine blew up.
You
And
bailed
he
out?
died, no, he died right there.
Died
isn't
right
it?
But Paul mailed out?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, he
Mhm.
know
Yeah, Captain Bill Bach.
Hmm.
And he was one of the nicest men in the world, I guess.
he got his discharge, he was good, kids on scene.
What's this here, Paul? Is this? The reason I knew about that medal was Paul
Oh, that's
asked.
my discharge from the service.
You think you can, because this picture is torn?
We'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
But find anywhere to let me know.
Yeah, it's all right.
This is Papa San, right?
Yeah, that's Papa's son.
Paul was telling me that Papa San would come with the children because the children were really starving. But Papa San wouldn't take any food. He could only take clean water. He would allow himself clean water.
And this, yeah, this is just downtown in Korea, in the what little town they was in there. But our rest leave come up when we would get an order. We would fly from Korea to Japan for a week or so, and then you gotta come back.
It's Paul after you've been in the service for this is a MS recruit.
I don't think you're 12.
Well, I turned older now. It tells how old I was.
I think it tells when you went in.
1951?
Yeah. And the first one that got over here in Portsmouth, and I walked by and the guy said, "You interested in going?"
All right.
I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you if you wanted anything to drink.
No, maybe she does. I don't.
Paul, tell me your name. Tell me your whole name.
Paul Vernon Gray.
Okay. And you don't mind if I tape this, do you?
No.
What I'm going to do with this tape is put it on the shelf at the Portsmouth Public Library.
Uh-huh.
You all right with that?
Yeah.
In fact, there's a little piece of paperwork I meant to do. I want to do that. And here's the way we get it. Paul. G-R-A-Y.
Yes.
Okay. Today is the 22nd, isn't it? Now, you'll be on tape number 32.
32.
Mm-hmm. Now, keep this with your stuff.
All righty.
100 years from now, when your
Dog.
great-great-great, they'll find that with your stuff, and they'll go down to Portsmouth Public Library, and they'll look at you.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Sounds good. Your wife told me your birth date. Tell me the birth date there for the camera.
September the 16th, 1928.
Okay. Where were you born?
Well, wait a minute.
I heard
Waller Street, yeah.
you born in a hospital or in a house?
In a house, my grandmother's house.
What was that address? Do you remember?
No, it was the end of Waller Street.
End of Wallace.
Yeah, there used to be a grocery store on the corner there.
Well, up by cemetery?
No, down at the end.
Okay.
Going the other way.
Okay. And where do you live now?
Over to, what's it, Big Town? Hearth Apartments, yeah.
Hertz Apartments.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's in Portsmouth, Ohio here, isn't it?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Hearth Apartments, H-U-R-T-H, isn't it? Not Hertz, like
Yeah.
that. Hearth.
I hope it don't hurt nobody.
Something like that. And in fact, we're at the university here in Portsmouth now, aren't we? We're
Yes.
taping this. And
Yes, we
this
are.
is Shawnee State University, and we're in a theater here at the university. We're
Right.
getting to know each other. And are you retired?
Yes.
Retired from where?
Well, I've been a baker most of my life,
Uh-huh.
and I started out on where Marting's is at now. I
Okay.
started out there.
There was a bakery there, or
Yeah,
a
no.
bake shop or something
Yeah,
like that?
it was run by a man that, by the time I come back to Korea, he'd been dead for years or so.
Oh, I see, I see. So then after you got back, did you pick back up at the bakery?
Nah.
Didn't do bakery
Yeah,
anymore?
oh,
Okay.
I'm tired.
What did you do then? I mean, after you got back from Korea, what kind of work did you do?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Didn't have to, huh?
Didn't have
That
to.
sounds great to me. How much education do you have?
I think 9 years.
Okay. And are you married, single, divorced, widowed, separated, all the
Married.
above, or what?
Married.
Married. And this your wife right over here?
Very
isn't it?
happy. Married.
How long have you been married to her?
Uh-oh, he got me now.
Uh-oh. You didn't know there'd be a test, did you?
Yeah, 34 years.
How long?
More than a week.
There's your wife right there. We got her on film now. Okay, very good. Who's that gentleman beside you?
I don't know.
I'm their neighbor.
Oh, neighbor. I bet your name's Jim, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jim Hayes, okay. Very good. Let me get you back in the frame here. Do you have any children?
Yes. I have a son and probably 3 daughters, and, yeah.
Okay. I kind of like to get a little timeline or genealogical line here. I know that people will be watching this will be interested in that kind of thing. What was your parents' names? Do you remember?
Yeah, William Gray and Charlotte Gray.
What was her maiden name?
Now you got.
I got you, okay. If that comes to your mind later, just come right out with it.
Yeah, I don't remember what her name was.
But what did your father do? What did William do?
Steel mill.
He worked at the steel mill. Okay. Now, what's your wife's name?
Marjorie.
And what were her parents' names?
Maiden name Hodge.
Hodge?
Mary-
Your mother's
Mary-
maiden name was Hodge?
Yeah,
What was your father's name?
Marion Hodge. My mother's name was Ida Mae Hodge.
Okay. Now, your children's names, what's your son's name?
Paul David Gray.
Okay. Does he have any children?
Yes. How many you got now?
3.
3, yeah.
Okay.
But he lives down in Texas.
Okay. He moved away from Portsmouth to,
Yeah.
to Texas? What's your oldest daughter's name?
Oldest one would be Paula.
Charlotte.
No, Charlotte. Yeah.
Charlotte?
Yeah.
Does she have children?
2
got
boys.
2 boys,
Mhm.
and
Where's she live?
Somewhere in Illinois.
Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's, we said Charlotte and Pauline?
Paula.
Paula?
Yeah.
Does she have children?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got 2. Yeah.
Okay, where does she live?
Illinois.
They like Illinois, but they don't like Ohio.
Yeah.
What's the youngest daughter's name?
Which one's the youngest?
Tracy.
Tracy. Yeah. Yeah. And she lives in Illinois.
Illinois, I bet.
Yeah.
Now, you're a grandpa and a grandma. Are you a great-grandpa?
No, not
Okay.
yet. But they're working on it.
Are they? Are you sure?
That's what they say.
I won't go there, but now you were in the service, weren't you?
Yes.
Were you in the Army, Air Force, or what?
Just regular Air Force.
In the Air Force. Did you enlist, or were you drafted, or what?
I enlisted
When did you enlist?
in I was 19 years old. It's on
You were 19 when you went in?
Yeah.
You remember the date you went in?
No, I don't.
I'll bet I know the date you got out. Would that be the 28th of December, 1954?
Yeah.
What was your rank when you got out?
Sergeant.
Okay. Did you go in around 1950 or 51 or
Around 51.
was the Korean War going on at that time?
Not yet, no.
Okay, so that might be around 50 or
Yeah.
somewhere around in there. You were 19, weren't you?
Yeah.
You say.
Uh-huh.
So about, just to ask you this, about when you were 10 years old, do you remember where you were when the Pearl Harbor happened?
Just at the television with my dad.
The radio at that time?
Radio. And he told me about it.
He did?
Yeah.
Was he pretty concerned about it?
Yes, he was.
Okay. So then 9 years later or so, you go in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Where did you do your basic training?
Lackland, and then down to Texas.
Lackland Air Force Base, where's Lackland?
Yeah.
That's in San Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay, San Antonio.
And then I went from there down to Texas, and then aboard ship, and then I was in Korea.
Well, where did you board the ship at? In California, or where did you get on ship?
No, right down,
San Diego?
no, right off the, no,
Coast of Texas?
yeah, down in there.
Okay, down in there. How long was your basic training for the Air Force then?
About 7, 8 months.
Well, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, you must have had your advanced training too.
Yeah.
What were you on? Were you on a plane? In a plane?
Yeah.
Okay. What was your position in the airplane?
Gunner.
gunner.
Yeah.
Would that be a waist gunner or a tail gunner or a?
This gunner, because the captain run everything out.
Uh-huh, okay. How many guns on that plane?
3.
Okay.
Supposed to be 3.
Okay. You say you went by ship over to Korea or Japan or what?
Japan.
Japan.
And then from there, they took us by plane over to Korea.
Now, when you, how long did it take you to get to Japan on a boat?
No, a long time. I don't go down for remember how long.
Did you on your way to the Japan, did you have to go through the Panama Canal?
No.
Okay. In any case, then, what was that like being on a ship for a long time like that?
It was just a lot of fun.
A lot of fun?
A lot of people there, a lot of men.
Okay, okay. And
We didn't know where we was going or what we was going to do.
you mean you didn't know where you were going?
Not really. All we know was going to Japan. After
Okay.
then, they tell us where.
Okay. Did some of the men on the ship not go to Korea, or did some of
Yeah,
us?
some of them didn't, yeah.
Okay. You were one of those that did. then.
Yeah.
And now, when you got to Japan, where did you dock in Japan? Tokyo or?
Yeah, right out of Tokyo.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember much about Tokyo then? I mean, that was just a little bit after the war. Were there ruins around and that sort of thing?
A little bit, not much.
Okay. Were you a single man then?
Yes.
Okay. Did you get any liberty?
Oh, yeah.
Off ship or
Yeah.
into?
Anytime.
What does a single military man do when he goes on liberty?
That's a rough one. Anything you can.
Anything?
If he's human.
If he's human. And we want to emphasize this, you were not married at the time.
No, right?
And how long are you there in Japan?
I was in Japan until they took us about 2 weeks later to Korea, and then was there until time to come back home.
Okay. And in Japan, how did the Japanese treat, that's just a little bit after the war, so
Yeah.
how did the Japanese treat you?
They were real nice to us. They never,
Okay, no problems at
no,
all? How did you get to Korea? Did you fly over?
yeah,
Okay. And then what happened after you got there?
just do every day whatever they need.
Do you remember the base you were at?
Kunsan, Korea.
Punsong?
Mhm.
Do you remember the date that you got in Korea?
No,
The Korean War must have been going on at
Yeah.
that time.
yeah.
I heard you telling a story here before we got going with the tape about somebody asking you if you wanted to enlist or something.
Yeah.
What's the deal on that? You said, yeah, when can I leave and so forth?
Yeah.
What happened there?
I just went in service.
Okay. And you didn't tell your mom you were going?
No,
And then what, 3 or 4 years later, you come back and
I
tell her?
told
where-
her when I got back. He asked me where I'd been, and I said, just loafing around. She said, you're lying, boy.
I've been on the other side of the world. Well, now, why did you enlist? I'm wondering why you enlisted.
I just felt like it was my duty to do it.
Okay. Were a lot of people enlisting at that time?
Yes.
So now, when you get to Korea and you land at your base there, did you like the service?
Yes.
Did you?
Mhm.
Did you? You didn't stay in, did you? Did you
No.
return? What kind of a plane were you? You were a gunner. What kind of plane were you assigned to?
Just whatever they had.
Did you fly in a lot of different planes?
Just a couple.
Okay. How long were you in Korea?
Way over 3 years.
Over 3 years?
Yeah.
Okay. By that, when you were in Korea, during that period of time, did you sometimes have to move pretty quick?
Yeah.
Why? Because the bad guys were coming? or-
Yeah, they get there every once in a while.
Okay.
If
And-
you let them be there.
If you let them, yeah. So you had to move kind of quick sometimes. And Did you ever go over the 38th? Did you ever go in the north part of Korea?
No, we wasn't out. The north part, they blocked it off from us. The other guy, Bill Shears, from he got his feet froze by sitting in the water with his feet.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay, was he in the Air Force too, or?
yeah.
Okay. Did you know him when you were over there?
No,
Did you know anybody over there that was from Portsmouth?
no, not one person.
How many missions did you fly? Do you remember?
Somewhere around 15 to 18.
What kind of missions were they? Bombing missions? You'd have to bomb, drop bombs on them?
No, that was the pilot's thing.
Well, you didn't drop the
No,
bombs. Okay.
just to be there.
Yeah, but your plane dropped bombs
Yeah.
sometimes. Okay. And do you remember what kind of plane you were in? What kind of plane is that?
I don't know what it was, but it's an old one.
Ah, you don't see those around anymore, do you?
No,
B-26.
yeah.
That's what it said.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many bombs would that thing hold? Do you remember?
Somewhere around 6.
What kind of gun did you shoot?
It's one that was mounted on the frame and go. That's it.
Could you swivel up?
No,
with it?
not-
You couldn't?
No, it was straight through.
Well, that's kind of
Yeah.
interesting. Was it like what they call a 50 caliber, something of that nature?
Somewhere around there.
Okay. And on these missions, you're up in this plane. How high would you get up?
Up pretty high.
Get cold?
Yes. Real cold.
Well, what did you do to keep warm?
Just sit and shiver.
Okay. You didn't build a fire or anything like that?
No.
Did they have special gear that warmed you or anything?
Yes.
Gloves and stuff?
Yeah.
Like that? Still cold with it.
Yeah.
On this kind of plane, how many crew?
Just the pilot and one man.
Okay. That's pretty lonely up there.
Yeah.
This looks like a pretty rough landing here. In fact, I believe you were telling us before we got started there that this plane crashed. You had to bail out.
Yeah, I was already out, and then he got killed.
He got killed at the landing?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Baca.
That was
Yeah.
your pilot.
Yeah.
Was he a captain or?
Captain.
Okay. Remember where he was from?
No.
But you bailed out, and I assume you weren't taken prisoner.
No.
You hit the ground and walked home. Is
Yeah,
that-
but I just went over to the base and just sat there
Okay.
until they got somebody to move me.
All right. Well, that was pretty dangerous there. Did you have any more close calls like
No,
that?
that's the only one.
Now, when you are over there, did you get to meet the people?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And we're talking about you met the Koreans and got
Yeah.
to know them and all that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What did you think of that? Were they... what
They
kind
was
of-
friendly,
Okay,
and the Japanese was friendly. So,
okay.
but they didn't like each other. But
They
that's
didn't
our
like each
trouble.
other, but they liked you. Okay. And did you get to know any of the people?
It's a few of them.
Okay, what was that like? Would they invite you into their home? I mean,
No,
did you-
no, they just talk to you outside, like digital men and stuff, they just talk to you.
Okay. Now, of course, like here's a gentleman, he's on a, what do you call that, a water wheel?
Yeah, he's getting water.
Okay. Why would he get that water? To irrigate?
Irrigate
and
and
stuff like that?
take some home to drink.
Okay. Now, of course, you can't speak Korean, and he couldn't speak English.
Uh-uh.
How did you communicate with these folks? Like this?
Yeah, just sit there. Either that or show them what you want, the water
Okay,
and
all right.
stuff.
Did you have a girlfriend over there or anything?
One.
One?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what is the story on that?
My name was Rumiko, and she was in Japan.
She was a Japanese girl?
And
Okay.
I went to Japan we were supposed to get married. And when I got to Japan, her dad was there. And he said, Paul, he said, I saw her. And I said, what? And he said, Rumiko was killed. Somebody killed her. They didn't know why. But she had been shot by somebody.
Killed your girlfriend?
Yeah. And he was the chief of police.
The father of your girlfriend was the chief of police. And when you went to Japan there,
She was already dead.
does anyone know why?
No, they didn't say nothing because they can't talk real good to us, and I can't talk to them, and they just walked away.
Do you think, I'm just thinking out loud here, is it a crime that's unsolved? It's an unsolved crime.
But I would say yes.
And then, would anybody do something like that because she's Japanese and you're American?
Yes.
They would? They would do that?
Yes.
I guess the question is to ask why, but we kind of know why.
Yeah.
You're an American and she's
Yeah.
Japanese. How did you feel about that? I mean, gosh, here you guy and
It hurt for a long time, but you get over it.
you gotta get over it.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever have any contact with the chief of police, the father, again, to ask?
That's the one time.
That was it.
Yeah.
Okay. Had anything like that ever happened to some of your buddies?
No.
Anything like that? Then you come back. Let's move on. Then you come back. You go back to Korea after that experience.
Yeah.
And then what happens to you there?
We just give it all up, and they said that's it. Just let 'em-
The war's over.
that war's over. Let them do what they want to do.
Okay.
See, the North Koreans come down, and we wasn't allowed to fight them, so we had to go. That's why we all come home about the same time.
Okay. Did you come home in 1953?
Yeah,
Or thereabouts?
somewhere around there.
Okay. Did you ever go into Seoul, the capital? What are some of the cities there that you?
All I ever went just right on into Tokyo, and that's it.
Did you ever see anybody famous?
No,
You know, they had these USO
Yeah.
shows, and Bob Hope would come
no,
on
they
it.
never had none of them then.
Did you ever see any generals or anything? Any of those guys?
No.
They didn't come down that far.
No, it was not doing that.
They're all in Tokyo.
Yeah.
All those guys. Be lucky to see a lieutenant or captain.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have some decorations with you there? I mean, I noticed some.
15.
Okay, and maybe I could swing in on that a little bit there, and then you can point them out and name them.
You get over here. You got one on your chest there? I gotta take my glasses off. Let me get in there.
All right.
What's that one you're pointing at? You got there?
This one is the one that the service gave me when I was discharged.
Okay.
And this one is I don't remember what it was, but this one here.
It's got the Korean insignia
Yeah.
on it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The yin and the yang there, okay.
And this one here is, what did I tell you, what, that,
One of them is national.
no,
National Defense ribbon, I see there.
yeah, and the other one is from that,
Is that the one you just got here a few days
yeah,
ago?
I
or-
got it in the mail, remember?
Okay. They're a little late there sometimes, aren't they?
I forgot one, it's here somewhere.
United Nations ball?
Is the United Nations medal?
Yeah,
Okay,
no, here it is, right here.
all right. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what,
So, right here,
hold that up there.
where that medal's from.
Let me get in on that one. Okay, yeah, that's United Nations.
Yeah. That's the
What does that say there, Jim? What, basically?
I have to put my glasses on.
last one I got.
Okay.
It said, "Be no more."
On the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the outbreak of the Korean War, I would like to offer you my deepest gratitude for your noble contribution to the efforts to safeguard the Republic of Korea and uphold liberal democracy around the world. At the same time, I remember with endless respect and affection those who sacrificed their lives for that cause.
Very nice. I believe that said the President of South Korea on there. Did you ever meet the President of South Korea?
No.
Well, he seems to know you.
He wrote this down, that's why.
Okay, and let's see what else we got here. This was your discharge, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Does that say honorable? Okay.
It better.
That doesn't say rascal discharge, does it? He's a rascal. Okay, that's your discharge. And who's this fella here?
That's me.
He looks young.
And I was dead.
Old.
I just turned old.
Oh. When was that? Last week or something?
No, it's longer than that.
Okay. It's been going on a while?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's this? Is that somebody?
That's me and, oh, can't think of his name.
Your closest friend, huh?
Yeah.
He's got a
Louis
gun.
Garcia, that's who.
Okay, where was he from?
I have no idea.
He has a weapon there. He's got a, what they call a grease gun there.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you ever keep in touch? When you got back, did you ever keep in touch with any of these fellows?
No. And I had nobody enforcement that went in service or anything.
Here's a picture you sent to your mom.
Yeah.
She knew where you were. Come on.
Yeah, she found out.
She got this picture in the mail.
Yeah.
Where in the world's that? Okay, let's see what we got here. That was eaten up a little bit.
Yeah, they got
And,
thrown around too much.
Okay, what's that one?
And that's
Like a
just,
couple Korean guys.
yeah, they just, that's the way they dress and everything.
Did you know those people? Were
No,
they
I
on the
just-
base there? Or
They
this
didn't,
couple
they couldn't
guys
say nothing to us. They just walked by and smiled, all they'd do.
posed for a picture for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's this character?
That's me.
Oh, yes. Who took that picture? Do you remember?
See. No, that
Let's just say. It says Paul. Oh, that's when you were in San Antonio.
yeah,
Yeah. That was developed at Fowler's,
yeah.
April 3rd, either 50 or 51.
Yeah, my mother done that.
Here's Main Street in Kunsan,
Kunsan.
Korea,
Yeah.
1952.
Yeah,
Okay, that's the main street.
yeah, that's it.
Not a lot of neon there.
No.
A bicycle and a couple of shanties. Now this picture here is this. There's your plane, isn't it?
Yeah.
One of them.
Mm-hmm.
What plane is that? What kind of plane is
That just wasn't whatever the Air Force give us.
it? Yeah.
You never knew from one day to the next what one you was gonna get.
Did you have nose art then? You know, they paint naked women on the nose of the plane.
No.
You didn't?
We wasn't allowed to do that like that.
Nothing like
No.
that? I can't believe it. How about names? Did they name the planes any?
Some of them,
Give them nicknames and
Yeah.
stuff like that? Do you remember your plane's nickname?
no,
It wasn't Paul, was it?
no, no, no. Just kids that hungry, and when we found them like that, we tried to feed them all the time.
So these are some of the Korean children there?
Yes,
And they would gather around the base?
just around where we was at.
What would you do then when you found them?
Give them food,
Okay.
feed them as long as we could.
Where did you get the food?
From the mess hall when we could steal it.
Is that so you stole a lot of food then, huh?
Yeah.
You probably had all you needed, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, we had all we needed, but we didn't want to the kids would go bad.
How often would something like that happen that you would end up feeding the children?
But maybe every other day,
Every other day? Okay. And if you weren't feeding them, someone else would?
someone else would.
Okay. Now here's a building, and
That's in Tokyo.
that's a restaurant.
Yeah.
Well, it's not quite Chinese, but you ate Japanese food.
Yeah.
Do you like it? Do you still
Yeah.
eat it?
No.
And this picture is a guy with a broom.
Yeah, that's it. It's got his name on
Okay.
the back. And he's got his name.
Pak Hai Pyo.
Yeah.
Age 16.
Uh-huh.
Kunsan, Korea. Who was he to you? I mean, did you must have known him. He put his.
Well, he just had me to take his picture because he rides broom. He wanted to show me that he could clean up.
Did he come around and clean your barracks?
No.
Did he do that?
No, they wasn't allowed in the barracks over there.
Okay. And here's another fellow who looks like a Korean guy.
Yeah, that's Churpanyan.
And he's laughing.
Yeah.
He's laughing at you because you're taking his picture, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the story on him?
He always done my washing or anything with
He did
me.
your washing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And this is eaten up a little bit, but it's a dam, isn't it?
Yeah, it separates, this is North Korea here, and South Korea here, the bottom.
It's interesting. You didn't want to get too close to the other side.
Uh-huh.
Okay. See what else here was the United Nations thing. And this one, this one is interesting. It looks like an aeroplane that has dropped a bomb or something. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Mhm.
And you can see the explosion there.
Yes.
Where would that be? Don't let anything happen to this picture.
No, it was,
Look what happened to it.
I know it.
Well, you got the action in it. There's
Yeah,
Did you take that picture?
no, somebody else took it.
How did you get it?
My pilot gave it to me.
Okay. Is he the one that took it?
Yeah,
Is that the guy that died?
yes.
And he took that picture. Let's see what's going on here. There's the guy with the broom again.
Yeah, he was always around.
He liked that broom. Did you take that picture? That's an interesting picture. It
Yes.
shows the clouds and
Yeah.
one of the engines of the plane.
Yeah, the main engine.
Did you take that?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. And it says, to Mommy with all my love forever, Korea. You were right up there. Weren't you? And now we're getting to the girls.
Yeah, the girls that sat there are waiting for a truck to come in, a trash truck or something, and then they dig around and get food.
So these ladies, these are Korean ladies, and they're waiting for the garbage
Yeah.
and trash truck.
Yeah, it's on the back side there.
Okay.
You can tell.
Okay. Korean girls and women and Mama-san working on rice to eat, is what it
Yeah,
says.
yeah, they digging in the ground to get the rice.
Okay. Kernel by kernel.
Well,
They get it grain by grain, I bet,
Yeah.
don't
Mhm.
they? Okay. They were pretty destitute, weren't they?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Who's this character?
That's me.
Air Force, 1951. There you are. What's your stripe there? Is that first class or
Yeah.
airman?
Just airman.
Okay. There's a couple more here. Is that you too?
Yes.
You got a little attitude in that picture there.
I grew up a little better.
Okay. All right. When you came back, did you feel different?
Yeah, a whole lot.
In what way?
It was good to be back in Portsmouth.
No, but you felt better. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel like you'd had a lot of experiences that helped you mature and
Yes.
grow up and things like that? Now here is, let's see what that is. You're just saying, keep this for me.
Yeah, that was, North Koreans come down,
Okay.
and that's why we,
You're bombing the heck out of them there, aren't you?
Yeah.
They're actually dropping the bombs there. I see a gun there, a gun turret. Was that your position in the plane?
yeah,
You were in the turret?
yes,
Okay. Would that turret go around?
not very far.
Not far enough? I don't see any guns on the bottom or in the tail.
No,
You were it.
yeah,
You were it. Okay, here's one. And what is that? That's a little Korean child or something?
yes. Okay. Yeah, here's on the back.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Here they are, they're waiting on the trash truck, so
Yes.
they can find something to eat.
Yes, that's what they have to do to find something to eat.
Did you, these are the type of children you'd feed them to when you
Yes.
have extra mess?
Yeah.
And- Okay. We didn't have to grow up like that, did we?
No, that's for sure.
And here, tell me what that is.
That Churpanyan, and I forgot his name, but he's the boss over this guy.
Okay, it's like they've got a wash pail there.
Yeah.
What are they doing, washing clothes?
Yeah, it was.
Actually, that's the laundry laid out there on the ground, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Are they washing your clothes?
Yes.
Okay. What would you pay them to do that?
Food,
Food, they'd do that?
that's what they was after.
We'll work for food is
Yeah.
what it was, okay. And here's your discharge miniaturized. What's the worst thing that ever happened to you in the military?
Captain Baca getting killed.
Yeah.
And
That was a bad story. wasn't it?
that was the worst.
What's the best thing that ever happened
The guy out.
to you? Why did I know that was coming?
I had
Enough's enough. You were in that gun up there on the top turret. Did you ever have to shoot your gun?
just shoot it, that's all. In case something else was coming through, then you do it. But
Okay.
other than that, nothing.
Was your plane ever attacked?
Once.
By what?
Some dummy.
Was he on our side? or-
Yes.
You were attacked by our guys.
He flew too low to us.
What happened?
Damage to the ship, but
Did he shoot at you, or he flew
No,
too low and actually?
flew too low, and the captain couldn't see him. And he said, "What was that noise, Sergeant?" I said, "Well, that dummy was the other one."
You didn't say dummy though, did you?
No, not really.
You don't want to
I
say what you
use
said.
better words.
You don't want to say what you said. It was dummy. We say dummy today, but we
Yeah,
didn't say it then.
I'd say it no more.
Well, why didn't you were you had the gun, why didn't you just shoot the dummy? Do you, when you got back, you didn't have any parades or anything
No,
like that?
nothing.
Nothing like that. They didn't do that for Koreans.
No, I just got back into Ohio and went to see my mother, and then moved to the west side, and that's where I went.
Okay. Is that where you stayed for how long?
2 or 3 weeks. Then I left.
When did you get married?
When did we get married?
Oh, I shouldn't have asked that. You're in trouble now.
30-some years ago.
Okay. So that was some time after the Korean War that,
Yeah.
that you got married in.
Yeah.
And did you work any after that? After the Korean War? Did you get a job?
Yes.
Where was that?
Bakery, different junky things.
Back at the bakery?
Yeah.
Working around? And all in Portsmouth?
No, I went to where she was from.
Where's that?
She won't
Where-
tell me.
Where'd you find her?
Where'd I find you?
In O'Fallon, Illinois.
Yeah,
Where was it?
O'Fallon, Illinois.
Oh, Illinois. Well, that's why we have all the kids out there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where my son lives at, and my daughter.
Mhm.
Well, there's 3 daughters.
Did they grow up in Illinois? They're Illinoisans?
No, I grew up here, partially here,
Paul
and then they
David.
went down there. Huh?
That's right.
Paul David lives in Texas.
Yeah,
Charlotte, Donna, Tracy, and Donna lives in Illinois.
and Paula, yeah.
Okay. What'd you do with your uniform?
I don't know.
It's not at home, is
No,
it? Anything else you want to say, Paul? Anything?
no, but that's it.
You got any tattoos you want to talk about?
No, ain't got nothing like that.
You were in Korea and you didn't get a tattoo?
No, boy. My mother would have whipped me good.
Maybe someone else here has some questions they'd like to ask, but I don't know if they do. Anybody want to ask anything? Thanks for everything. you
All
did.
right.
It's been a pleasure.
Okay.